One defeat after a fabulous start. The game just got away from you there.
I have nothing to say.
At all?
Nothing. I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say.
For me, if you want to be serious as a football club and compete for every trophy there is out there, you have to bring in a really good striker up front that's going to get you those crucial goals. A striker that is either going to be very clinical, score a lot of goals, or a striker that will really fit into the manager's system and create spaces for others to score in this team. And we were being linked with the likes of Osimhen back in winter, and now in the past weeks we've been linked with Benjamin Sesko, Julian Alvarez. Now we can certainly say that we are not going to get any of these forwards.
I have nothing to say. I'm so sorry, I have nothing to say.
I feel like Chelsea is starting to panicking a little bit, and they decided to go and purchase a 20-year-old who has started only 3 games for Aston Villa this season.
Thank you for your time, Jose.
Thank you.
Now it's not solely done yet, but it's getting really close. And we're also monitoring a former Chelsea Academy player as well. So we're going to talk about these 2 strikers. But before we continue any further, as usually, guys, if you want to be a legend, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my page, and hit that notification bell down. Negotiations between Chelsea and Villa for Jhon Duran are ongoing. Jhon Duran wants Chelsea. He's giving them priority over Italian clubs that is interested in him as well. Understand terms of his potential contract are already being discussed. I think it would be easy to sign a contract with him. He only earns like £30,000 per week. Only problematic now is what type of fee we are willing to buy him from Aston Villa. Got some sources claiming that he's worth £42 million. I think that is definitely overpaying for someone that has only started 3 games in Premier League. Also, other sources coming out and mentioning that Chelsea are in talks with Aston Villa over a £25 million move for the striker Jhon Duran. That would be more a realistic fee to purchase. Maybe it's going to be a backup for Jackson. We don't know if Nkunku will play up front either and drop down like a false 9. Or if we're targeting other strikers too, so we're looking to bring in 2 strikers to Chelsea. I don't think that is likely. I think Jhon Duran is the one we're definitely going after, and I think Aston Villa paid around 17 or 18 million pounds for him for a couple of transfer windows ago. So I can understand we have to pay a bit over that, but maximum 25 million pounds in my opinion. Now I am a bit afraid that he has only played 3 starting games for Aston Villa and lacking a lot of game time. But there are some other things I'm worried about Jhon Duran as well, and that's around his disciplinary actions. Here's coming from our Aston Villa page. Jhon Duran faced an internal disciplinary after a house he rented was severely damaged, including light fittings being taken off the wall. Damages were in excess of £12,000, and the club became involved. That doesn't sound so good. Duran's attitude has been questioned by the manager Unai Emery on multiple occasions at the club's Bodymore Heath training ground, and he has been told to make major improvements to fit in with the Spaniards' no-nonsense demands, and also heard Unai Emery saying that he needs to grow up. So we're getting in another immature kid to Chelsea. We know that Jackson Mudryk has been involved in certain sort of incidents, you can call it. The same goes for other players in this team. Hopefully this is something he can learn from and improve, and if he does that, fair enough. But if he's joining Chelsea, he needs to mature as soon as he steps his foot into Chelsea. I understand we want to look for promising players, but if I want to bring in a striker and really want to compete for silverware and be very serious, I'm bringing in a proper proven goal scorer for the team, or I'm bringing in a striker that really will suits the style of play and still has a lot of experience. Jhon Duran doesn't have that. It's a big gamble, and I'm not so sure. I mean, I could be wrong here, but I can't help but not feeling it whatsoever. Looked at his stats on FBref yesterday. If looking at today, I mean, he seems to be a clinical striker when he gets his chances, taking a lot of shots from different angles, and it seems like to be a pressing forward that is very energetic, constantly try to win tackles, interceptions, blocking, passes, etc. Something good about him. He seems to be very dominant in the air and seems to be an explosive attacker. I continue to stress that I want to bring in a real proper striker that I can be confident he's going to deliver in terms of both performances, but also going to deliver in front of the goal. And I don't feel Jhon Duran is that option in the current moment that we need. He might be very promising, but we can't buy every single wonder kid that is out there. So that's why I'm not feeling so sure. Right, so now we're moving into some other stories, and it's around another striker that we are apparently monitoring. Maybe he's on the short list, but I don't feel we're gonna go after him. I'm 90% sure we're gonna go after Jhon Duran, and that's it. But we have the latest news around our former Chelsea Academy player Dominic Solanke from Bournemouth. Chelsea have inquired about Dominic Solanke in recent weeks. Solanke does have a release clause in his contract that allows him to leave for £65 million, which can be activated by England's Big Six clubs. Chelsea have an interest in bringing Solanke back to Stamford Bridge. Chelsea have done their homework on the former academy star. Solanke clause allows Chelsea to make a move. Bournemouth now fear they could lose their star striker. Now, I think Solanke had a fantastic season, being involved in like 22 points or something. He has really improved a lot compared to his previous seasons, and I would absolutely like him to come to Chelsea because he had a splendid season. He has at least shown something. Jhon Duran hasn't shown that much so far. Solanke for me is more like a poacher striker, advanced forward that likes to move into channels, move behind the back line. He's very good at it. He's also physical strong. He's good in the air. He has improved his build-up play. I still think he can improve his passing abilities, but Dominic Solanke has definitely blossomed a lot this season compared to previous seasons, and he's someone I would definitely like to bring in at Chelsea if we're gonna go after him instead of Jhon Duran, of course. Now, he's 26 years old. Is Chelsea willing to purchase someone over 25 since they had that under 25 policy set in place? I'm not so sure. That's why I don't think this news is like 100% legit. It could be. I could be wrong here, but it doesn't add up in my opinion. I feel like Jhon Duran is the one Chelsea going to go after. However, I would love Dominic Solanke at Chelsea. I mean, he's also a Naruto fan. I'm the biggest Naruto fan in the whole world, as you probably noticed on my channels with my sliders, etc. And he's making that iconic Obito celebration with orange mask. So, yeah, for that reason, I would even bring in Chelsea because he's a Naruto fan. Let me know who you would bring into Chelsea, Jhon Duran or Dominic Solanke. For me, I would pick Solanke because he had a fantastic season. Jhon Duran, very inexperienced, a young guy that needs to improve his discipline, and Solanke is entering his prime as well, and I think he will slot pretty nicely into Emerson Maresca's system. So that's my opinion around it. Let me know yours, and thank you so much for watching, and take care guys, and I'm out. Peace.